Hi guys, welcome back to Growing Roots. My name is Marianne and I have kind of wanted to do a video like this for some time. So I'm going to do it for you guys today. Another day in the life video of what it's like of storing and preparing in a fifth wheel camper. And if you went back and you have looked at previous videos that we have done, we sold our house, our 1,100 square foot house, over a couple of years ago now, and we moved into a fifth wheel camper looking for property. And so when we went under contract with our house, we started getting rid of so much stuff. At least we thought, we felt like it was so much stuff. And because we knew we were moving into the camper, and we knew we needed to downsize big time. And so we were getting rid of, I was really trying to think about, okay, well, first of all, how long has it been since we have used this item? Or, when are we going to use this again in the future? Is this something that, we really need? And so we got rid of a lot of stuff. At least we thought that we did. And when we finally moved out and moved into the camper, we quickly realized that we still had too much stuff. And so anyways, we just worked with what we had. And so this kind of makes things a little bit challenging when you are wanting to prepare and store food away, or just any. So this kind of makes it challenging whenever you're wanting to store when you can, and you need a place to put all of your canned goods, and you're wanting to get a good supply for you and your family. In our instance, it's me and my husband. And so we really just had to make do with what we have. And so I just kind of wanted to bring you guys along to show what it is like living in a fifth wheel camper with storage for prepping. And so first of all, let me just say that when we moved into this camper, I think I stayed the night in a camper. It was a bumper pool one time my entire life. And Jason, he never once did. So neither one of us had any clue, anything of what we should be looking for, what we shouldn't be looking for, what we should keep our eye out for, and this kind of thing. Well, the Lord used my sister and my brother-in-law and led us to this camper. And it was a couple of hours away from us. And so they went with us, and they have had campers, and so they have the knowledge to know, different things of, their red flags. So they came with us, and anyways, so we had no idea. Well, we ended up getting it that day from the buyer. And so whenever we ended up, we didn't even have, I'm just sitting here just remembering all this, because we didn't even have a truck to pull a camper, let alone a fifth wheel camper, that day. And you guys just have to go back. I will pin these couple of videos of our backstory onto this, because it's just amazing. God just amazes me still, looking back at our story and where he's led us, where he's led us to, where he's led us from, where he's led us through. And but anyways, so we ended up working it out with the guy that we were buying the camper from. He was going to deliver the camper to us the day of closing day. When we sold our house, it was also possession day. So we had to be out, completely moved out of our house that day. So anyways, try not to go off on this rabbit trail here, but we ended up moving that day. And yeah, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, so we had no clue as to what we were looking for and what to even do, and we both felt led that we needed to get this camper. Well, later on, when we finally moved into it and unpacking and, you know, talking with different people who, because you start to find these little communities of people when, you know, like these little camper community, I don't know what you want to call it, but anyways, you start to find all these people who have campers, have lived in campers, just go across country. And so we get to talking with different people, and the kind of camper that we have, it's a Keystone, Montana, and it is a 4 seasons. And we seen the little sticker on it, but we didn't know what it meant. Well, you think about it, you go 4 seasons: spring, summer, fall, and winter. So anyways, just things like that, where the Lord has had his hand upon us this entire time, and he has met our every need. He has protected us. He has kept us safe. And anyways, I just want to take a second and just give him praise and give him thanks and just thank him for all that he's done. But anywho, it is Thanksgiving after all, right? We shouldn't just wait till Thanksgiving to give him thanks. Anyways, but so I said all of that in a roundabout way to come back to this. As time progressed, we started accumulating more and more supplies, and in fact, you guys seen my Azure Standard haul. So we have been in other campers before, as we've been like looking at them and stuff before we purchased this one. So we have an idea of what they look like on the inside, how they're all different and everything. But we do like the fact that let me just spin you around here. We do like the fact how the higher ceiling for a fifth wheel, it kind of gives it a feeling of more space in here. And let me kind of go back here. So I hope you guys can see good, because it's dark outside now. And so, but anyways, so that's one thing that we really like. So as you guys have seen before in my previous, as you guys have seen before in other videos, I've got some storage buckets here that I have flour and sugar, rice and oats in. And let me just spin you back around. So everything up here is food. And then we have dishes up here, and this. So I feel like I'm leading you guys on a rabbit trail. Okay. I am just so thankful for this camper, because we didn't know what to look for or any of that, and the Lord provided this specific camper for us to meet our every need. And from what I understand, there's a little bit more storage in this camper than say a bumper pull or other. Now mind you, there are campers that are bigger than this one, and seen some really nice ones out there, but we were able to pay for this with cash. Like, we don't know anything on this, and we are just so thankful to God for this. So let me just kind of take you around and kind of like show you just what we've done and what has worked for us. And not only that, but kind of give you guys an idea, like if you're looking to do this, if you're looking to sell your house and move into a camper while you are building your house and some property, or while you're looking for some property, or even if you're thinking about going cross country, like here's maybe some tips that maybe from our experience of what you guys can think about for yourself. So this is our storage situation. So when we first moved in, we ended up getting a shelving unit that had 4 shelves, and we put it right here where Millie's pillow is and her blankie and baby. And so whenever we moved back, which of course we had to remove all of our canned goods and all of our pasta and stuff that we had on it to make the trip back, we had to break down the whole shelf. And whenever we came back and we had all of this empty area, we were like, I don't know if we want to put this back up there. So we didn't, and instead I made this closet into our kind of pantry, and it is kind of a hot mess. Hi Millie, are you stretching? Because I've kind of just been adding stuff in there without no organization the last couple of weeks. So I do need to clean it up, but as you can see, but anyways, so this kind of gives you an idea. Now see, this technically is a area for a washer and dryer, and whenever we first moved into the camper, we actually did have a washer and dryer, and it wasn't a separate unit, it was a one combination, and it just did not work for us. We had trouble with it from day one, and the company ended up giving us our money back for it, so we were very grateful for that. So that's when, if you go back and see my other videos, I do have a clothes washing video where when we ended up moving to North Carolina, I washed our clothes by hand and outside, and there were a few occasions I had to go to a laundromat. It was really super cold. I did do that, but anyways, so yeah, that is that. So then moving on over here, I have recently just added these cute little woven baskets. Apples are in this one, onions, and got potatoes down there. So we have all of these cabinets up here where normal people would have like probably maybe games or books or blankets maybe, or something along those lines. Well, not this family. So I'll start you guys up here. Now this is my coolest, this is my favorite cabinet, and whoa, that's really close. And I'm gonna get around to doing a home apothecary video soon. I've been wanting to do one of those too. So I'm in the process of creating one and developing that and just exactly what that looks like. But so that's what you'll see up here is I have the makings of an apothecary, and up you can see up here is my vanilla that I did. Oh, this smells so amazing. This smells so amazing. So I started brewing this bad boy. Let's see. March 24th. And it's actually going to be Christmas present. So, but that is where, so this cabinet is where I have my apothecary and my herbs. I got some herbs back there drying in bags. And also whenever you do videos like this, you see like every spider web in your house. So there's that. So this one is where I have my canning. My canning supplies and my storage, like my storage supplies. So my vacuum sealer bags, all of my little bottles for my tinctures are up there, my canning supplies, and you can see you almost got hit in the head with, whoa. So this is something else to think about. Don't have the room to. All right, let's get that back up there. Okay, so then this cabinet over here is Millie's cabinet, and she's probably gonna get excited whenever I get in it. So have her toys and her shampoo and her doggy treats and her split peas for her homemade dog food that I make her. And that's actually something else that I'm like learning to do right now, is like switching her diet over to, like, you know, guys, let me just say to just be kind to yourself, because it's a slow process. And like with myself, like there is so much that I want to do. Like I've got so many ideas and so many things that I want to do, and I've just within the last couple of weeks, I've just really had to tell myself, okay, let's just be realistic. And, you know, are you going to make something with that small bag of store-bought apples that you purchased that are now a little on the mushy side and are going bad? You know, just so let me just encourage you to just hang in there, just to keep going, don't stop, but just be realistic with yourself. And, you know, maybe sit down. I like lists. Sit down, make yourself a list of things that you want to do, and, you know, just cross it off a little bit at a time. There's no rush in anything. Enjoy this process. This stuff is fun. This is why we do it, right? It's why we make butter. It's why we learn about herbs. It's why we can. It's why we, you know, find the next best meal that is healthy and sufficient for a family, that provides so many nutrients. And so just be kind to yourself. So I don't know how I got off on that either. Okay, so this next cabinet is kind of a conglomeration of drinks and spices. This cabinet here has canned goods, and I've actually been getting into some of those here lately. This one here is our kombucha cabinet, but we have not had the time to make kombucha yet. We've just got the SCOBY hanging out in the fridge, and hopefully we'll be able to get to that pretty soon. But this is my pear jam that I made. And up here, I decided to use this cabinet and this cabinet for my kitchen stuff, because like we really had to downsize and when we moved, and so like I really had to think about, okay, it's just me and Jason, you know, like how many pots and pans do we really need, how many bowls do we need, how many plates and glasses, you know, that type of thing. And so I have really just been you know, trying to keep that mindset, but at the same time, I feel like here lately, I've been like thinking, okay, what can make it possible for me to make food at home? So like, so here lately, my thought process is if something is going to make it to where I want to make that at home versus getting it at a restaurant, I went ahead, like for example, this tortilla press. We love Mexican food around here really bad. And so I bought this tortilla press, and in fact, I used it for the first time last night. That turned out really tasty. But anyways, you know, just trying to get ourselves away from the restaurants and eat more whole here at the house. And so I've noticed accumulating more things like, you know, the tortilla press, and then just here lately I bought also this roaster, which I got, and I don't have any place to put it in our place. And I've got space up there, but that's for my canning pots and canning stuff is. And I do have, that's what right up there is where I keep my big crock pot, but I have that down so I can start making Thanksgiving dinner. So anyways, so I've noticed that I've started to accumulate some more things that I didn't at first. So then we have this little nifty spot underneath our fridge where I have our pots and pans and stuff like that, and it is jammed crammed. Like I can't have like anything nice about that. Up here, I actually have like baking supplies and stuff up there. And what's been awesome is, I'm not going to show you our trash can because that's just gross, but what's cool is right here beside our fridge in this little cabinet right here, it pulls out, and our trash can has been able to be stashed away in there this entire time. So I think that that's been pretty cool. And I have like all this. Okay, don't freak out, guys. This is diatomaceous earth. We had some ants whenever it started getting warm outside again, and I put down some diatomaceous earth to kill them. So there's one more thing. So we do have what they call a basement. I don't know if they call it a basement in every camper, but we've coined the term basement for ours. But what's been neat is, so like you go up the stairs right here and you can lift this little flap, and so this little thing right here is where we actually keep our dirty clothes, so we don't have dirty clothes lying around. It's been very, very beneficial. I have loved this. And as you can see also down here, I've got the light on, but this is our basement. So this is outside storage, and you can access that outside, of course. But the cool thing is we've been able to access it in here too. So that's been cool. So that has been very beneficial, having the hamper down there. So, and then you can see here, we have had a deep freeze in our camper from the very beginning. It's not the very smallest deep freeze that they have, but I mean, it definitely serves our purpose. So, I mean, it has worked for us this entire time. And but you know, if you want, you know, if you were wanting 2 recliners instead of the one like we have, you know, you wouldn't be able to have a deep freeze right there. So, and I've got my vacuum, which I did have my vacuum in the pantry area, but since I put all the food in there, I had to move the vacuum out. So anyways, I've got my books up here, and as you can see, an extension cord. So let me just tell you, so that is something else that you want to think about when you are purchasing a camper, is the amount of outlets. Like, so what we did was, before we bought ours, and while we were in the process of looking, we really went through every room in our house, and we wrote down what were the most important things in each room and what we couldn't live without. And so whenever we did that, it ended up breaking it down very easy for us. And then, you know, it came to a point where, you know, we had to, you know, make some choices. Okay, well, is this more important or is this more important for us? And so let me just say, so that is something that you really want to think about when you're buying one, which the newer ones, they may have a lot of outlets. I don't really know. But that's one thing, especially like in the kitchen area. I don't know if you drink coffee, so you would want one for your coffee maker, which I brew our coffee and then I put up all of the coffee stuff after we're done drinking the coffee for the morning, so it's not out all day. So that kind of gives us room to work with there. But yeah, so this actually turned out to be a little bit longer than I was anticipating, so I'm sorry about that. But you guys did get a look of the inside of our place, and I just want, though, you know, still may be you guys out there that are looking to do the same thing that we have done, and it is possible, and it's just a frame of mind. It's just like changing your thinking to, you know, what are those things that are most important to you and what are those things that aren't, and, you know, kind of like having useful things. Like, that's what my thought process is a lot, is, you know, having useful things around here, not having clutter. And so we've been kind of working on a minimalistic lifestyle, and it's one of those things where it doesn't happen overnight, and it's not a fast thing, just like, you know, losing weight. But just be kind to yourself and be patient with yourself. You didn't gain all the weight overnight, so it's going to take a process for you to lose the weight, and it's going to take a process to have the thinking and the frame of mind to be able to live minimally. And we're not there yet. And you know, the thing is, like, we're not going to be able to take any of this stuff with us anyways. When Jesus comes back and gets us, we're not going to want any of this. All we're going to want is him. And so if we can just have a mind change, have, you know, just shift our mind, shift our thinking, and just pray to be content, and that helps. But anyways, so a couple days till Thanksgiving. I just want to say that we're thankful for you guys. We are so thankful to everyone who has found our channel and who has been watching our videos and who leaves some of the kindest words and encouragement. And we just are glad that you guys find us interesting and want to watch and hang out. So, and I pray that everybody has a wonderful Thanksgiving, and we'll see you on the next video. See ya.